Idabel. I got some people
Mm-hmm.
down there.
I'll see you mess around, be my cousin now.
No, it's a
From Ida
possibility
Baker.
because I don't know none of my people. But that's for another day.
Absolutely. Well, welcome in, everybody. It is Wednesday night, y'all, and it's straight to the point. I'm your host, Toy. We got Glenn in the building with me tonight. How you feeling tonight, Glenn?
I'm feeling wonderful.
That's good. And got my girl Dana out there in Tulsa. Dana, you good today?
I'm great, girl. Great.
All right, that's good to hear. So, our girl Giselle, she is out for tonight due to a funeral. So, we'll be definitely lifting her up in prayers and her family members or whoever's involved in that situation. There's a lot of deaths going on. For those of you that live here in Oklahoma City or even just in the Oklahoma area, we lost a legend of our city on this week,
Hmm.
who is a cousin of mine's. And so I just want to mention on tonight on our podcast, Reverend John Reed Jr., who was the pastor of
Mm.
Fairview Baptist Church here in Oklahoma City, has taken his wings, and so let's make sure we send up prayers for that family, and also anyone else that has had a death. Glenn, you were mentioning someone.
Yeah, affectionately known as Nike. Her real name was Tara. I'm sure all her family is mourning, especially the Langston University family.
Yeah,
She was a Langston alumni. So if you are friends with anybody that went to Langston, I'm pretty sure you've seen them put RIP or share their condolences. As she
absolutely.
was a very, very cool person, very down to earth, and no one that I've ever met had anything bad to say about her at all. And she was one of the first people I met when I came to Langston University. So her presence would definitely be missed, especially with homecoming on the horizon when we always look forward to catching up
Yeah,
then. So we're definitely sending out as much love and peace to the family as possible.
absolutely, absolutely. And again, anyone else that experiencing loved ones that have passed away, we're sending prayers out to you. Um,
All
Real
right, I
quick,
just want to
before we
also
jump
say
into
before
some
we move on,
things, let me see here.
before we move on,
I'm trying to
friend,
make sure I got all my stuff
Toy,
together. Say that again,
Toy.
Dana.
Can you
I'm
hear
about to
me?
share it.
Yes, what'd you say?
Can you hear me? I said I also wanted to. Um, my friend Rhonda, I said I only got four friends. My friend Rhonda, she just lost her brother just what a day or two ago.
Oh
She
wow.
just lost her brother to
Oh wow.
cancer or
Sorry to hear
whatever.
that.
But yeah, Rhonda, I love the girl. Always pray for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, yeah. She just lost. What was it yesterday? Matter of fact, wasn't it? It was
Oh wow.
yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Well, we're sending
Yesterday.
prayers up
Just passed. Yeah.
for her family as well. Man, that's crazy. It's so much going on. It is so much going on,
It
but we
is.
just gotta keep our heads up and keep pushing and keep going.
That's
You
all we
know,
can do.
that's
That
all
is
we
all we
can
can
do.
do.
But let's just keep everybody lifted. Let's keep everybody lifted. So, but once again, we want to welcome everybody to Straight to the Point. It is Wednesday night once again. And let's see. So we know Wednesday night is ice. Glenn,
Yep. It's
come on
actually
in
yeah, it's actually eargasms going on right
it.
now, which is the erotic poetry night that happens once a month
Listen,
here every last Wednesday of the month at the Ice Event Center and Grill, and it is quite the spectacle. If you hadn't heard erotic
I've
poetry
heard.
before,
I've
they
heard.
get
I've
they
got to
get
come one
down.
night.
Listen, they get downright filthy on this microphone. You hear me? I mean nasty. I'm talking about nasty.
Oh Lord Jesus. All right. Well, yeah, that's what's up. Okay. So if y'all looking for something to do tonight, Ice Event Center is doing eargasm. So if you don't know what
Hmm.
that is poetry, but it's on the filthy level. All right. So
Yes, indeed.
and then let's see, once again, live music tomorrow night at Ice.
Yeah.
And throughout the weekend, Saturday night, Friday night, and Sunday night will be Elmer's. Sunday night is also Kindred Spirit for live music. So if you're looking for live music, we throw it up for that.
Yep.
Also, don't forget, guys, I'm here that are in Oklahoma City. The People's Choice Awards, that's hosted
Yep.
by Shalonda Lewis, will be coming up in November. If you have not gone to that post and voted for your favorites, please do so. We would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to win out here in these streets, you know.
They said, listen, vote Toy Lindley.
You know
Vote
what I'm
Toy
saying?
Lindley.
And we got Glenn in there. Glenn is on a couple of them. So y'all go in there and y'all support. All right. We greatly appreciate you. We do.
Yep.
So I don't want to hold up too much time. We do got two little topics I want to jump into real quick. Dana, you got some news for us?
I don't have no news, but I do have a would you rather question. It's a little something that we're gonna start doing, to kind of jumpstart the show. So this
Okay.
is a just a little fun. Would you rather question? Um, would you rather be able to turn a drawing into reality or be able to make something disappear by erasing it?
Hmm.
Glenn.
That is a very interesting question.
That is.
Uh, but I'm going to go with make a drawing reality simply because sometimes we don't truly really know or understand the value something has in our life, and then we erase it, and then you realize that it could really be something that's detrimental to you. It could really be something that could either enhance your life in a certain way
Hmm.
or put something in motion that's going to enhance your life. You know what I mean? And the reason why I say that because I'm a science person. I got my degrees in science, and we did this. We was talking about an experiment, and people was like, "I hate roaches, and we can make roaches disappear, then the world would be a better place. But if we
Hmm.
make roaches disappear, it's gonna throw a bunch of shit out. The things that eat roaches will be gone. The
Yeah.
things that eat those
That's
things will
true.
be gone, and it will lead to devastation. So everything literally has its place, even mosquitoes. So
Yeah,
that's why
that's
I
true.
say I would rather turn a drawing into reality because I've seen some pretty unique drawings that make you think. I've even written some poetry pieces to some artistic pieces. So definitely a drawing. Now I wish I could find it's like this drawing of me and my family in like an older time. When I was a younger kid, and just that picture brings back so many memories because I don't get to go home as often, and some of those people
Hmm.
that were included in that picture are no longer with us. So if I could just make that come to
Okay.
life, I would truly relish in that moment. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's my answer.
I feel you. Okay. And you know what? I could see you saying that too. I could see you. I could see that being you. I could.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the opposite though, because unfortunately, there's things that I feel like I've experienced in life that I wish I could erase. I really do. I wish I could just delete it
just
completely.
get it gone.
Get it go. Never have to look at it again. I'm dead serious. There as so I think I'm gonna have to go for the second one, Miss Dana. What you think,
Okay.
Dana? Which one did you go with?
I would definitely go with the drawing because anything that happened bad in my past, I learned from it and
Yeah,
it made me who I am right now. So I wouldn't erase anything from my past, anything or anybody, because I learned from each and everybody that I was supposed to learn from. I would
yeah.
definitely uh, take the drawing. There's some things I won't. My future could be
Yeah.
bright. I can't
I
change the
Yeah.
feel you.
past, but I definitely can change the future.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I think we
I
need to pose that
Good
question on
love.
our page. I think we should post it on our page, the straight to the
Absolutely.
point. Let
And for
people answer that.
anybody that is watching on tonight, feel free to comment on that. If Dana, if you'll repeat it one more time for our viewers, that way they can share their part of what they feel like works for them or that's a part of their life.
I would.
You want to repeat it for
Okay.
them?
So the question was, would you rather be able to turn anything you draw into a reality? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Hmm.
Would you rather be able to turn anything you draw into a reality or be able to make something disappear by erasing it?
All right. So y'all heard it. Let us know what you think in the comments because we would love to hear from different people to see what your mindset is on that. So that's a good one, Dana. Thank you so much for bringing that to the podcast. And like she said, we'll be doing that every week, just to kind of, flutter your minds, see what y'all thinking out there in them streets. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hop in. We 10 minutes after, so usually a good time to start. If you don't quit,
Get it right.
Jesus, oh Lord. We're gonna go ahead and get started real quick. So I have two topics. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this first one. I feel like we're probably gonna be on this one a little while. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one up here real quick. It's not a video. Let's see. I got to locate it. Okay, here we go. All right. This topic says, why do women decide to sleep with married men? All right.
Ooh,
Now, before I hand this over, I kind of want to broaden this a little bit because we are living now in the day of time where it's just not just men cheating, it's women cheating. Women are no longer just the side chick, they're side niggas too. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to broaden that question a little bit, and let's look at it as a general question of why. I'm gonna bring it to you both ways, actually. Why would someone find interest to sleep with a married person? And I'm gonna flip it the other way, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna flip it the other way. Why would a married person step out of their marriage to sleep with somebody that they should not be sleeping with? I feel like there has been times where the side person is always shut down, talked about, disrespected, whatever, however you want to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to sleeping with a married person. But then I don't really think that we hold a married person accountable of what they have done. I'm gonna go a little deeper before I hand this over. I feel like a married person made vows before God, before their family, friends, and I feel like that's something that's like a bond. When you say your word is your bond, I feel like that's part of your bond of life. You're owning up to something. You're holding your vows. That's what you should be doing. Um, but I feel like where it comes in that is a married person. I feel like should be more held accountable because you tore up your own house. I don't know how you think somebody else can come in and tear up your house, especially if they didn't put a gun in your head and was like, you better sleep with me or else. I feel like we need to start holding married people more accountable of the cheating than you try to do the side person. That's just me. Now, let's understand very clearly. I ain't never been married before. Okay. So I don't want to say my 2 cents don't matter, but that is how I feel about it because I honestly feel like, how can somebody else come in and tear up your marriage before you chose to do so? Like, did you forget you was married? Or let's just be honest, you really didn't care. You just went out and did what you wanted to do at that point in time. That's how I feel about it. That's my 2 cents. I'm gonna jump back on it here in a little bit, but I want to hear from my people here. So, Glenn, what do you think?
I guess I should address the first part. You said, why do women cheat with married men?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm not a woman, and I can't really speak from that perspective. But just in a general sense, generally speaking, I think some women may do it because I don't know. Maybe they feel like since that man is married, he's willing to commit. He showed that he can commit to something, although he's not honoring that commitment. I think sometimes when women cheat with married men, sometimes they have this illusion that this person will leave who they're with and make them their wife, and they know that they're willing to take it to the marriage level because they're already at that point. But this question is always kind of tricky
Hmm.
because it's just depending on the people, because different people cheat for different reasons. Maybe
Right.
they're not happy where they're at, uh, and instead of either exiting it or taking the necessary steps to fix it, they
Hmm.
find a peace outside of their relationship to kind of give them that comfort, uh, to keep going with what they have going on. Um, but in my I don't want to say experience, but at least secondhand experience, knowing women who have cheated with married men that I'm cool with, or
Hmm.
that I was cool with, or that I have knowledge of, and vice versa.
Hmm.
Each one of them were experiencing different things in their relationship that opened up the door for them to invite someone else in. And it seemed like at that time that they connected with this person, and this person was giving them that little small thing that they lacked. So that little thing that they lacked, they found it in them, and they was willing to risk it all
Hmm.
in behind that. And like I said, that could also be very, very tricky, but people cheat for different reasons.
Hmm.
Sometimes some people just like the attention that they get. Maybe this married man was giving them just that little bit that they needed to make them happy, and they were willing to
Hmm.
overlook that this person was already involved. And that's not justifying it or making an excuse for it, because truthfully, the way I feel about marriage is I feel like you should handle your relationship the same way you would handle your marriage. Your marriage is supposed to be symbolic of the relationship that you had already established, and because it got to this point, you felt like I want to commit the rest of my life to you, and then you don't decide that when it's time to get married. You made that up. You made your mind up ahead of time. That's
Hmm.
why y'all walked into this marriage, because you was like, I'm not going anywhere. I love you. This is where I want to be. This is why I always encourage people to take their time before they dive into marriage. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, y'all been talking for a year, you should be getting married now. Or y'all been talking for 2 years, go
Hmm.
at your own pace and do what's right for you, because you want a marriage that's going to be lasting, not
Right.
just, oh, we've been talking this long, so we should get married. And I think
Right.
people jump into marriages like that and they're not fully prepared, which
Right.
opens the door up for people to cheat.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I
or
agree.
opens the door up for other people to become involved in a relationship. But nowadays the dynamics of relationships are so much different, and you hear me talk about dynamics all the time because I worked in psych for quite some time, and I realized that some situations are very similar, but the dynamics are so different. So people do different things for different reasons. But you have to factor in some couples be inviting other people in their bedroom with them. Some couples be having they side pieces or whatever, and they both are aware of this. Is so it's crazy,
What is
but
that
ultimately,
poly relationship type
yeah,
thing?
poly or swinging or whatever the case may be. But
Hmm.
ultimately, I feel like sometimes people cheat because they feel like they may be lacking something within their relationship, and that may cause them to step out. Because I feel like some people don't have the emotional intelligence to sustain a long term relationship, and when they don't, when things kind of get tough, or when you get past that quote unquote honeymoon phase with somebody, and you really get into the nitty gritty, and you really getting to know them, and really having to put up with their habits and them changing, and you guys changing, sometimes that opens the door for people to start making other connections.
Yeah.
So it could be tricky.
Mhm.
I know a lot of married men do it because sometimes they feel like they missing out, when truthfully they're not missing anything. You know what I mean? Because I've been on
Mhm.
both sides of the ball, where I've been cheated on and where I've cheated on someone. You know,
Mhm.
And I know at a point in time when I was there, one of the mistakes that I made was I committed to this relationship when I wasn't 100% sure. And
Right.
that 5% doubt that I had, that 10% doubt that I had, started to grow each time that we would go through stuff. And it makes you really look at your relationship, and also makes you look at yourself as well.
Mm-hmm.
And because I wasn't fully secure in what I was doing, it opened the door for me to let somebody else in, which ultimately led to me stepping out. And that
Yeah.
was on me. You know,
Yeah.
if I wasn't completely or fully ready for what this other person was ready for, then I shouldn't have let it get to that level without expressing my uncertainty, so I can give them the opportunity to, still continue with this relationship or not. Because that uncertainty um, caused me to kind of put my guard back up and fall back a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
which created problems within my relationship, which then opened up the door for other people, which is never good. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get too long winded, but
Mhm.
it's for various reasons. But one of the reasons that I've seen is sometimes people are not completely secure in their relationship or what they're doing in the direction that it's going. So then it opens up the door for them to be making these other connections with other people,
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately that's how you get people inside of your marriage that shouldn't be. And also, that also goes with letting too many people in your business, in your marriage, that could corrupt your way of thinking in your relationship, which could
Yeah.
ultimately open up the door for other people to get in. Because I've seen that a lot, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
best friends, family members, and all this shit, that get too involved in your relationship and they corrupt your mind. Then next thing you know, you feel like your relationship is in shambles and you don't know what to do, and then you didn't
Mm-hmm.
fucked up and let yourself slip up, and now you done made this connection with somebody else,
Yeah.
and then it just goes south from there.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. What do you think, Miss Dana?
First off, I agree with all of that, Glenn.
Mhm.
All of that. So the question was, why do women cheat with married men?
Mm-hmm.
I think because of the no commitment, and
Mhm.
from what I hear, I've never cheated with a married man. From what I hear, there's a lot of perks that come with dating a married man. Those are the biggest tricks because they
Yeah,
want to
they
keep
want
you
you to keep
quiet.
quiet.
They want
Yep.
to keep quiet, and yeah, they still want to keep getting the punani. So I think it's because of the no commitment and the perks that come with it that why some women prefer to cheat with married men. Um, Sometimes they just want what they want. Sometimes the
Mhm.
attraction is just strong. And
Mm-hmm.
just want what you want. I mean, I got three brothers, and they say ain't nothing like some pussy, but that's better than some new pussy. I mean, I don't think I said it right, but you know what the fuck I'm trying to say. They like, I
Uh-huh.
mean, new pussy. If you're not really just into, if you got 20% of doubt of what Glenn was saying, 20% of doubt
Mm-hmm.
with the person that you're with, or they're not fulfilling that little 20%, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
cheat.
Yeah.
You're gonna cheat. So
Mm-hmm.
not getting it at home, not getting their dick suck at home, not getting the kinky sex that they want at home. As
Mm-hmm.
far as the married men, uh, some men I know don't want to slut their wife out. They don't
Mm-hmm.
want to do all those nasty things that they do with the little roundaway project girls. They don't want to do their wife like that because they want to hold their wife to this certain standard on this pedestal and keep her, you know, untainted.
Yeah.
They don't want to have strip a night with their wife. They don't want to do all of that, that X-rated stuff with their wife. They want it to be 1, 2, hut 2, same 2-step. You know what I'm saying? And this is my precious instead of doing that with their wife. So that's another reason why you
They go
know
cheat because it's boring.
people cheat. Right, the same
I don't want to do.
2-step.
I
Men
want.
get
It ain't my turn. Never mind.
No, speak on it. Speak on it.
I,
What you
I
got to
just
say?
because I feel like
just
that. I think
I'm
that's
just
what should
saying
be
what I'm
saving your
saying.
marriage. is you need to be getting kinky in the bedroom, and she need to be a stripper every now and then, and grab a couple of poles. You know what I'm saying? Because then
Stripping like fun,
that'll keep
man.
you from
Take a
tilting.
hundred
You know.
dollar bill, go to the
And I
casino,
mean,
get
let
a
it
hundred
rain,
bonds,
Jesus.
and you lay that out in front of your girl, your wife, or whatever. You'll be surprised what she do. You'll be surprised.
Listen,
But
I
like
want
I
y'all to know you
said,
don't have no problems out of me on that one. It's kinky every night. Got to
some
be good.
Yeah.
How we
some
gonna
men don't
survive if
want
it
their
ain't kinky?
wives to do that though. Some
Yeah.
men just don't want to slut their wives out. They feel like they're slutting their wives out, and that type of behavior is for them type of women.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying? So, and men and women cheat for different reasons.
that's true. Yeah.
Women, if a woman is cheating, it is definitely 99.9% of the time there is something that is lacking that she is not getting from her partner. Definitely. Men cheat just because they can fuck without emotion. They can go and have sex and not give a damn about this person
That's
that they
true.
just had sex with. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And really truly love the person that they with, but it was just
Hmm.
the heat of the moment. It happened. It was something. She had a fat ass. She was pretty. She smiled at him. Conversation was good. Da, 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 da. One thing led to another. But they can do that without any emotions. If a woman is cheating on a man in a relationship or something, there's something lacking there.
Hmm.
For sure, for sure.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no, Rhonda has
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And to agree with you, it is like that in most cases. It truly is. I got friends. I've cheated myself, and sometimes you really can. It could just be sex, and a majority of women that do cheat, it is some type of emotional connection. But these new age women, some of them, they can fuck just like men too, with no emotions and no connection, and going about their damn business.
And I
I've
feel like
seen it.
women hold it
You know
down
how
better
hard
than
that
men
is
do. Because
though.
I feel like sometimes some men is kind of tacky with they shit. That's why they be getting caught up.
Yeah, and I feel like this when it comes to cheating. I feel like a woman is a lot more calculated with how
Hmm.
she does her stuff and how she moves.
Hmm.
A man, a lot of time, men they just spare the moment and they do, and
Quick.
we're gonna figure out how to cover this up, and that's why a lot of times they're so sloppy. A woman will set it up so perfect, it'll have you questioning like, "Nah, she couldn't have done that." You know what I'm
I was
saying? She'll
with her
have
that
it.
day.
Yeah, she'll have it set up to where you be like, no, she couldn't have had. When the evidence is right there and you still not believing it, like, no. But it is kind of like what you said, man. I've found that I know in a situation where I got cheated on, that's what it was. She felt like I didn't give her the necessary attention that she was craving, which led to her formulating a bond with someone else, and
Oh,
not to mention that person, pretty much salting me up too and feeding her these things that really made it made it even worse. So
oh,
once we like had the conversation and all of that stuff, I of course I was hurt, but in a sense I understood how the opportunity gave way. I understood how the opportunity even arose. Uh, so I can say, damn, so much of this is my fault, but still it takes two to tango. At the end of the day, you still have to make your mind up and your decision to cheat. Nobody can
yeah,
twist your arm to do that or force you. So at the end of the day, you're still accountable no matter how many reasons you were given, no matter how the situation was. You still should hold yourself accountable for that. And a lot of people run away from that accountability. They'll point at everything, but them making that decision to actually go through with it. You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. So, you both made some great points on the basic topic of it. So let me get a little deeper in it. Why do people bash the side person versus getting onto the person that's married?
I think they look at it like, oh, you knew they was married. Why would you go there? Why would you? But equally, both parties are at fault.
Wrong.
You know,
Exactly.
equally both parties are at fault, and I don't think one person deserves the blame versus the other.
Hmm.
Sometimes that goes down to who the person is, because I've seen
Hmm.
some people cheating. People really dog the person they were cheating with but ain't have too much to say about them when it was really them that disrespected the sanctity of their marriage. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Hmm.
And to even further go back to what we were saying, sometimes I do believe women cheat with married men because they feel like they only compete with one other woman versus this other man that could be competing with a lot of different women. So sometimes they might feel safer, like, I just fuck with him. At least I know who he fucking with. You know what I'm saying? I've literally heard a female say, well, at least I know he only fucking with this person. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And which is sad, but it's the truth. And
Yeah.
sometimes the truth is ugly, but it's the truth.
Yeah. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. What you think, Dana?
What was the question?
Basically, why do people bash the side person more than they get onto the person that's married?
Because it's the popular thing to do.
Hmm.
Popular thing to do. I totally agree. And I don't really think that people think about that before they just jump in and be like, "Oh, did she
On
knew?
record.
She
Yep.
knew." Because the first, I mean, but did he know? Did she know? The person that took the vow, did
Listen, the
they know
first
that?
thing
Did
I
they
knew was
forget they
that,
was married?
listen, if I ever get into a situation like that, and I hope I never do, I never have, but if I do, I'm never going after the other person. I'm never going
You
after
should
the other
never go
woman.
after the other
Yeah,
person.
because he could tell her anything. You don't know what
Hmm.
this man told her,
Yep.
period. So
Yep.
I'm going after the person that I made a commitment to in front of God and I took an oath
Hmm.
with in front of God. I'm going after you. I'm trying to turn your head off. I'm not going to mess with this girl. Get up out of
Hmm.
my house, girl, because you don't know what's going on. But
Hmm.
did him, my husband, oh yeah, I'm going to try to rip your head off for sure.
I got your bail money, friend. I got your bail money.
Well, I
But
got
I
you.
feel
You know,
you.
I keep a stash.
I know. I know. That's why I said I got your bail money. I'm gonna go to your house and get it.
I'm gonna tell you, you got to go up there, reach around there, and then get underneath there. Something might bug us, but then don't worry about it. Just keep on digging, and you will find it. It's right there. I'll be down that way.
Yeah, I know, friend. I already know. I already know. But yeah, those are good points though. I just for me, I feel like compared to the old days when our grandparents and our parents, and we're not saying there wasn't no cheating going on back then, because you know the Temptations made it very clear that Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, but it just wasn't as bad as it is nowadays. And then
The way they
nowadays,
approached the
No,
other
no, no,
woman was
no.
different.
Yeah.
hmm,
I
The way
I
they
think
approached the other woman was different back in the day.
yeah.
yeah, that too, that too, that too.
The
And
way that
then
they
on
approached,
top of that,
they would seriously have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
They would
I
have a
agree.
conversation with them. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, I
they would
agree.
sit and have yeah, and
Understand who this person is and understand who this person.
Man, look, in my humble
right, and let
opinion,
them know this is my husband. This is my husband, and stop talking to him. I mean, in so many words, pretty much. And I know what y'all doing. Yeah, but they
What'd you
in
don't
say,
do
my
that no
Glenn?
humble
more. They
opinion,
want to resort to
I feel
fighting.
like cheating happened just as frequently back then as it does now.
You think
But
so?
oh, absolutely. But we have this
Of
knack and
course,
this need to put all of
oh,
our business
girl.
on social media. We have this knack and this need to talk about this type of shit with everybody. So when you get to
Hmm.
talking about this, and then somebody get to saying something on Facebook, because I mean, case in point, check this out. Willie Earl could have a whole motherfucking family down the street or around the corner. And if you don't frequent that area, you would never know. But now Willie Earl is on Facebook and he's posting the portraits of him and his family and them taking trips and his job promotion. And his wife was there to celebrate his 5th year at the job with him and all this shit and his kids. So then you can't really hide that shit like that no more. Because,
Yeah,
back in the day, you could be doing some shit and it stay in the house because you remember we was really taught what happens in this house
stay
stay
in
in
the
this
house.
house.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
nowadays you got social media and what's happening at the house, at the school, at the job, everything is on fucking social media. So it's
Hmm.
hard to hide
Hmm.
that. You know what I mean? It's been
Yeah.
a lot of people who've approached me, you know what I mean? And it was like, oh yeah, I know this and then and the third about you because of shit they've seen on Facebook.
Right.
That's why I had to be
Mm-hmm.
careful about the type of stuff that I share. As a matter of fact, immediately upon getting ready to graduate college, I screw up my whole page of a lot of stuff
Mm,
because I know A, I'm black. B, anything that they could look for to keep me from getting the job that I'm qualified for and give it to some other person
yeah.
uh, that was qualified, they would do that. So I scrubbed and made sure I kept it clean. But even with me saying certain stuff, I realized people be paying attention to that because they repeated some stuff that I've said on Facebook, even in a joking manner.
Yeah.
So that's why, uh, in nowadays time, it's a little bit. I say a little bit. It's a lot more difficult to get away with being in multiple relationships because so much is shared on social media. So many people bare their soul, and if somebody feels so much of a way and they're so hurt, back in the day when they so hurt, they would tell anybody that would listen. But like you said,
Mm-hmm.
if that person is married, they're gonna say you a home wrecker, leave him alone, leave that man alone, and that's it. But if that person get on Facebook and scream and share it, and as much as we like drama nowadays, people gonna share that status, people gonna
Is,
reply on that status, they gonna send it to
is,
people, and then
is.
next thing you know, the whole business is out there on the street. Now they know that Willie Earl is cheating with Josephine because she posted it on Facebook because he stopped doing what he was doing for her. And
And
that's
she
how we
on her
see it a
way to
lot of
ice to be
days
really
now,
was
right?
ass.
We see that shit a lot right now. As soon as one of the married men stop tricking on them, stop doing this, stop doing that, well, I'm gonna expose you. And
Yeah.
they get on Facebook and they tell it all, and then
Oh, I
everybody
mean,
gets
tag the name and everything, Jesus.
and everybody eats it
And the
up.
wife.
So yeah, everybody eat it up. So yeah, I think now the difference between then and now is that we just didn't have access to give
Social
everybody
media.
this much access. Yeah, we didn't have access to give these people this much access to us. And
That's
now that we
true.
do, it makes it a lot more difficult to navigate not just cheating, but just a relationship in general. And
Yeah.
that's why I tell people stop oversharing too much about your personal life, about your relationship, about all this type of shit. Because once you post this stuff up, you are subjected to the court of public opinion, and people are going to have their fucking opinions. They're going to say what
Mhm.
they want to say, and it ain't going to be shit you're going to be able to say about it. If you don't want them speaking on it, don't put it on there.
Don't put it on there. That's
Yeah.
true. That's so
And I
true.
and I know people going to say whatever, so I share with what I share. I share what I share without a doubt or a reneging on it because I know whatever I put out there could or could not be used against me. So I'm always careful about what I
Come
say,
on.
even in a joking manner. That's why on my page, you don't really see me discuss politics and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because believe it or not, some people will be watching your shit and will negate you an opportunity because you got a different political view as them.
Yeah.
I've seen it
Yeah.
happen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've seen it
Oh
happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to
Especially
talk
the
politics. I can't wait. Because that my buddy down there, we totally disagree.
Yeah.
Totally.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
That man should not have missed. He lost his life missing. The fuck?
Oh Lord. So you gonna get us shut down. They're gonna cut the podcast off. It's like, what this motherfucker just say? Zip, cut us the hell off.
No, well, on that, I feel how I feel, but anyway, either way it goes, he's still here with us.
I feel how I feel on facts though.
Oh Jesus, he's
But that's
still.
for another day. That's for another day. We're not gonna
He's
talk about
gonna- and
politics
we
because
are going to
this
talk
show
about
will
it
be three
soon.
hours
We
long. It's gonna be
are.
3 hours long. Shoot,
But
shoot.
I can't wait though. I can't wait though. But all right, well,
Me
tonight that
neither.
was a
Me
great
neither.
topic talking about women that cheat with married men or why they do it. So if you have any type of input, I got a few text messages that came through and wanted to respond on it. You're welcome to comment in the comment area, and we'll definitely, respond accordingly. But thank you all for tuning in with us once again. And so for the last topic, before we get off of here, kind of this, and I try to, when we do our topics, I try to keep them kind of combined together, kind of on the base of the same thing. So, um, speaking of cheating, or let's advance it a little bit here, we know that there's a lot of poly going on
Mm-hmm.
in the world nowadays because now he can't just have her, he want her to. Okay, so But I want to kind of go a little deeper here. In relationships or even married people, how much do you think your spouse is worth? Let's find out. Let's find out.
I got $10,000. How much? So sorry, no, man. Come on, look, it's real. Check it. $10,000 one night with your wife. $10,000 is simple. Don't steal it now. It's real. All right.
All right?
No. I can't. All right. Let me see the money. Sorry. It's all yours. Sorry. All right. Wait. Before you guys go, how about 100 grand? Babe. Check it out. 100 grand one night with your wife. Babe, listen. All right. So check it. Make sure it's real. 100 grand one night with your wife. Hold it up. Yeah, look. Legit. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. What are you gonna do? Just one night, me and her.
Saying this.
One night. What would you do for the 100 grand? Like, what would you let me do to you for 100 grand? All right. I don't want to know the fucking details. Down payment on a house right here, just for one night with your wife. $100,000. You guys get your dream house down payment.
Stop it. Seriously.
I'm good with it. You're good with it? With it. Yeah. What about you? Sexual favors included.
Fuck no. No.
100.
Not
All righty.
That's funny.
So, first things first, for those of you that are watching, if you can and do me a favor in the comment, I want you to tell me what you think her response was. He asked the husband like, man, fuck it, let's go. I got I got 100 grand in this suitcase. I'm giving her away for one night. But I want y'all to tell me what you think she did. Oh, this is deep. I was sitting up there like, because money talks. Listen, money talks. It had me thinking, would I give my fan away for one night? Listen.
Listen, she probably done did more for fucking less. Check this out. I'm gonna tell you this right goddamn me now. If somebody came to us and was like, "Hey, look, $1 million or something like this, man, we got that." Me and my wife, me and my gal would huddle the hell together. We're gonna have a group meeting. We're gonna hash this thing the fuck out
and talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna hash it out. If somebody came to her and was like, "Hey, one night, let me get some dingaling, $100,000." And me and her came to terms, yeah, I got to be there to watch. You know what I'm saying? Or I got to be in the room or some shit like that. We finna get this moolah. I know that might sound crazy to say, but we finna get this moolah.
But what if it is stipulations? What if it is stipulations to it where he don't want you to be there and things like that? Like,
no, because I got to be there to make sure she's safe. Fuck all of that. Fuck you think this is, nigga. I'm not just throwing her to the wolves.
Right.
What kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? But if we together and we making a sound business decision, she like, shit, I'll do it for you, baby. Come on, let's get this money. Shit, we slave every day on the clock and doing some other shit for less. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
We can go ahead and get this shit out the way. I'll tell you right now. Fuck that. Hey, I know ain't no emotions involved. You don't know this man unless she done pulled an intricate plot to pull some wool over my eyes. But shit, you don't know this man like that. But I mean, truthfully, I'm just not that desperate for money. But if a large enough amount like that came through, this is something that we would definitely have to consider. And don't get it twisted. I love mine to death. But I can tell you right now, she would look at me and be like, hold on now. We might have considered this. You know what I'm saying? Shit. What's the stipulations? Okay, he
That's
can be there.
funny.
I can be there. We gonna be there. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't into none of that crazy. That let's not do nothing crazy.
Right.
Let's get straight to it. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
well, I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your honesty. You said it. We standing on business when it comes to this, right?
Yeah. I ain't gonna be like, all right, baby, come on. I wouldn't do it like that. I was like, all right, home. I'm like, oh, what the first? If it was just somebody random like that, then they'll get cussed the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
understand? If somebody approached me like that, oh, let me get $10,000 for your wife. It's gonna be a misunderstanding. Because first of all, you just don't play with black folks like that.
Yeah,
You know what
you
I'm
don't.
saying? You
You
come
don't.
approach me outside of a motherfucking grocery store, tomorrow, let me get $10,000 one night with your wife. Then it's gonna be some flipped over carts and some misunderstandings out there. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, yeah.
now we was around and we was propositioned with something in a different circumstance of people we knew, or you never know how the situation came about. But how that happened, absolutely not. Some random walking up to you at the grocery store like 10,000 for your wife. What's up? Hey, you better get the fuck on before you be pushing up daisies out here. But if we somewhere else and the situation comes, he's like, hey, look, babe, they offered me $100,000 to smack this one time. You know what I'm saying? This would be something we'll talk about.
So they can't approach you, but it's okay for them to approach her.
No, hell no, I didn't say that.
Oh,
No,
okay.
everything going through me. But what I'm saying is, depending on how the situation was, if we was
Okay.
propositioned like that, this would be something that me and her would discuss.
I got
And
you.
if we both was with it, then we finna get this money.
Period.
Yeah, and it'll be between us. Ain't nobody got to know. This our business. How y'all come up with this $200,000 like that? Mind your business.
Mind your business.
You know what I'm saying? Just know
Yeah.
I got you a nice Christmas gift, and we go out. All drinks is on me. Come
Period.
on.
Invite me. That's all I ask. Invite me. Dana, girl, you giving up the booty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I knew money talk. Listen.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Listen, everybody got a number.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everybody got a number where they gonna crash. Point blank in a period. And me and my husband, $100,000 will get us the boost that we need.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna go on and hype
That
it
will
up.
get us the boost that we need. But like Glenn said, he would definitely have to be there for sure. Oh yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
would definitely have to be there. Uh, but we're not just going straight to the bedroom. We're going on a date. We're gonna go get some drinks. I'm
Need
gonna
some
milk this.
drinks.
You're not gonna just no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. 'Cause I
a
don't know
lot.
you.
'Cause I don't know you.
Yeah, I don't know
I don't
you.
know you. But he said, "Can I have your wife for a night?" Like, what do you mean? Like, have her? Do you want to just date
Yeah.
her? Do you want to screw her? What do you want to do? So I have to, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it would have to be some boundary set or whatever, and he would
Rules.
definitely have to be there with me. But that 100,000, absolutely, I'm taking that. I'm taking that. Hold on to that, baby. Hold on to that
Yep.
for me, and then
And,
we go get
and
this, knock this little 24 out, and
mm-hmm.
boom, we're gonna go and put a down payment on the house, upgrade our cars, pay off all our debt. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And
I'm
and people
taking
can
it.
get on
I'm
here.
going.
They can get on here in front and say they wouldn't, but I know some people who've done some crazier shit for less. So
Yeah.
don't get on the podcast front like, oh, I would never, I would blah blah blah. No, motherfucker, I've seen you put your life on the line for some shit that was worth way less than. So
Wow. Wow.
this be with that, cause and that's one thing we're gonna do is keep it real on this motherfucker. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it real.
Keep it all the way real.
Everybody got a number. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Keep it all the way real. But I agree. I mean, definitely for
That's a
me,
pretty
money
woman
money
shit.
talks. Money
Mhm.
definitely talks. And if you're willing to give me more, I might just let you have them for a whole week.
No,
What we talking about for a whole
no,
week? What you got on the week?
we cool with the 24. I ain't trying to be greedy.
She
The
said I'm
24
cool
is cool.
24
we
hours.
getting paid up front.
Everybody trying to
Let that
create no
shit hit
damn
the
soul
account.
ties and shit.
Yeah. Getting paid up front. Show
Up
me the
front. Do you
money.
hear me?
Yep.
Up front. Now,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask, and didn't nobody want to respond to my question, so I'm gonna ask y'all. What do y'all think she said?
I think. Uh,
Well, let me just go ahead.
Go ahead, then. That's on you. Go
I
ahead.
think she said no.
You think she said no?
Okay. I think she said no. And the reason why I think she said no is because white people money is different than black people money. $100,000 ain't shit to a white person with an 800 fucking credit score. You know what I'm saying? That ain't shit to him. So I think she said no.
Okay. You think she said no? What you think, Glenn? Do you think she said yes or no?
I think if her and her husband stepped to the side and they came to terms, and I mean this in no disrespect, but white women are more willing for crazy shit, more willing to do crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. I done been on trips out the country and in Vegas and other stuff. And these white men, they get away from, I mean, these white women, they get away from their husbands and all this type of stuff. And they see you out and they on vacation. They out here having a blast. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say. And they willing
Hmm.
to go wherever for
Yeah.
free. So I
Yep.
know she probably was like, yeah, let's get to this money. I think she probably said, yeah, because
You think she
$100,000 is $100,000, whether you black, white, motherfucker, polka dot.
That's true. All right, drum roll. She said yes, but
Mm-hmm.
it was an uncomfortable yes because as I was watching throughout the end, I was noticing that when he was just straight up like, "Yeah, man, let's do it. Like, let's come on, babe." Like trying to boost her, and she's just still kind of like, "Are you fucking serious right now? Like for real? Like you want me to go with some stranger?"
Yeah.
And so she was. I think she was kind of more on the shock side, like, really? Like, you don't love me more than that, to just hand me off to some stranger that wants to give $100,000.
But you can't base your worth off of that though.
No, not at all. Not at
Absolutely. I
all.
agree. I
You
agree.
can't you can't base your worth off of that.
I
That's just
agree.
how much you will go for.
Yeah.
Period.
Cause listen, I know some people who are happily married and been married for fucking forever, and they do their thing. They
Hmm.
swing. They want to invite other people into their bedroom. They go off. They do. They have an understanding in a relationship, and they love each other. That I ain't going. We ain't going nowhere. This is my person. This is who I love. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I'm like, well, if this is who you
Yeah.
love, then why are you letting her go on a date with this man? He's like, oh, that shit ain't nothing. That's just her kicking it with a friend. I'm like, kicking it with a friend. How they messed around before? He's like, yeah, they screwed before. I'm like, okay, so what do y'all establish? It? They be like, look, man, it ain't nothing in this world that anybody can offer her that I offer her.
Yeah.
If you coming with just dick, then you finna fuck the shit out of her. Where's she coming home to? She coming right back to me, cause I support her in every way, and I give her dick, and she's secure with me, and she's happy with me, and we have our loving kids, our loving family. We're financially stable. We go when we want to go. We stay when we want to stay. We're wealthy. We got everything. And I'm
Yeah.
like, huh, okay. So I guess if you have a certain understanding in a relationship, then you do what works for you. And that's what works for them. And they happily married. And it's been so many
Hmm.
people I've seen that are aware of some of their shenanigans. Not that they told them, but they are aware of some of their shenanigans because they like, I seen her with such and such. They were out having
Hmm.
drinks and all this stuff. That ain't right. Ain't she married? And those same people that were married, oh, I can never. My husband or my wife and them motherfuckers is divorced, done with, finished. And these people still
Yeah.
married after all these
It
years. I
do
mean, I
seem
think they
that
like,
way. It
yeah,
do seem that way.
I think they like a decade and some change in, and when you see them, you would think they newlyweds. They just still so happy, be so bubbly, so
Just to
excited
hear.
around each other, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's just because they're truly soulmates and they have they understanding and they understand that their connection transcends just sex, that their connection transcends just a physical connection or something like that, so they don't them having sex outside their marriage, I guess, don't bother them. Not saying that that's for
But
everybody. Like I
but
said, you do what's right for you.
But Glenn,
Mhm.
that's just a pass to cheat to me. That's
Think
why come
so?
they stay together, because what other person is they're gonna be okay with?
I don't.
That's
I
the
mean,
reason why they still together for so long, because they're able to cheat openly.
yeah. Well, you think you call that
They ain't
cheating?
gotta
Because
hide it.
usually when you're cheating, what are you doing? You're doing something
Anything
that's
outside
a
the bed of a marital.
no. I'm talking about just the basic definition of cheating.
Go ahead.
Anytime you're cheating, you're doing something that goes against the rules that's established. Correct?
Yeah.
Right. So if the
That
rules
God
that you
created,
establish,
that
huh?
God established, or who established?
That you established for
Uh,
your relationship. So,
the
because I
rules
mean,
that God established, or that you established, that
you established,
what
because
you mean.
not everybody
Okay.
believe in God,
Okay.
so we can't put a blanket on everybody and say, well, God said this. What if they don't believe in God? So how can you tell them that, well, God said this? You can tell them that, but that's just how you govern your life. If they establish these rules within their relationships, then it's not cheating. If we playing basketball, right, and we say, all right, this marker right here that would normally be out of bounds is not out of bounds. So if you run out of bounds, that's not cheating. Because I mean, if you run past that line, it's not cheating, because we've already established that this is not the boundary. This is not the bounds line. The
Mm.
bound line is what we moved it to over here. And this is the understanding that we have. This is why I say people have to really get an understanding in their relationship. Now, not saying that I'm for that shit, but I'm saying whatever
Hmm.
you establish in your relationship and y'all come to terms on, y'all agree on, then that's the rules and the boundaries that you have set
I
within
call
y'all
that the Will and
connection.
Jada. I call that the Will and
Huh?
Jada.
Now,
But
Will and
then I
Jada,
don't think
they
you
shit
should do
was
a
messy.
traditional marriage then.
Hmm?
if
What'd you
if
say?
if that's the type of marriage that you want, if you want to swing and do whatever swingers do and stuff, then don't have a traditional marriage and use the what out of the Bible, the script out of the Bible, taking an oath before God, if that's what you want to do, because you're going against everything that He said a marriage is. If
Hmm.
that's the case, if you want to
Yeah,
do your own rules and you want to bring people inside your marriage and defile what God said when you get married, and He's reading out of the Bible exactly what it is. Do you take your wife to be XYZ and da 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 da? You don't need to do that. You don't need to have a traditional marriage. You need to make you have your own ceremony where y'all come together and don't even put God in it.
And
If
you know
that's
what?
the
yeah,
I
case.
think people are doing that nowadays. People have, cause shoot, people using their neighbor to marry them. They ain't even going to the
yeah,
preacher no more.
They should.
yeah,
I
yeah.
would
Well,
respect that.
yeah, because I mean,
I
and a
would
lot of
respect that.
times,
Yeah, you go and get somebody that's with the elemental peak community and do that. Yeah,
yeah, and some people, you know,
that's my belief, though.
yeah, yeah, and that's why I have to be careful, because I believe some stuff. I believe different than some people believe. You know what I mean? And I try not to push well, I say I try not. I don't push my beliefs on people or how I view certain
Right?
things. But a lot of people view marriage as just a business decision. You
Mm.
know, some people don't give a fuck that you saying all these vows and words and stuff for God. To them, this is a business decision. I'm
Mm.
getting married because I want the benefits of being married, of having your
Mhm.
last name or inheriting your stuff and all that stuff. Some people literally say, okay, I'm gonna marry you so we can keep this certain business or merge our business and put it in the family. So it's just really dependent. Now, somebody like you, Dana, sounds like you getting into the marriage with the other sanctity of what a marriage is supposed to be by way of the Bible.
Yeah, but
Um,
everybody's not like
and I
that.
can respect that. Yeah, and everybody is not like that. And
Hmm.
I get it, because I've seen some people that don't believe in God at all, but they married
Yeah.
because they feel like this is something that they have to do. And guess what? For them, when they didn't officially do the ceremony, they was already married anyway, because they've been staying together for so long that the state considered them common law.
Common
So
law.
it
Yeah.
was like we might as well get married now,
Yeah.
because we pretty much consider common law. So it's that's one of those tricky things. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
While I believe if you believe a certain way and it enhances your quality of life and makes you show love to other people and not hate and all that stuff, then by all means, I don't care what people believe in. If you believe the tree is God, as long as the end of the day that tree is teaching you to spread love, treat people how you want to be treated, then that is all right with me.
And I'm gonna just kind of piggyback off of that real quick before we hop off of here. As far as what you were saying, like everybody's marriage nowadays is just so different of how they even do
Hmm.
things. Some people don't even do a wedding. Like they're in the backyard of their grandma's house and they didn't put some stuff together. It's just not the same anymore where people are putting that time and dedication to even plan a wedding. For whatever reason, finances or just simply don't want to do it. I mean, people have a different mindset nowadays of how they handle their love life. And I'll give you one example that I feel, and it's nothing against the LGBTQTRSPUV community.
Whoever.
Nothing against them because it's a lot of letters and I can't keep up. But it nothing against them because I've been down that road too.
Mm.
But ever since that has been legalized, you have a bunch of people that have gotten married and they try to do it to stand before God, not realizing that okay, if we really look at it biblically, it's not even accepted. You know what I'm saying? Like gay marriages is not accepted according to the Bible. Let's just be, and I know this is another topic. I don't want to jump too far into this, but it just makes it all like what he's saying. Like everybody handles their stuff differently. And so, I mean, it's just one of those things of what works for you, I guess, works for you in the situation because it's just different nowadays. I really can't really just explain it like I want to. It's just so different. Like
Yeah.
for
Yeah, you
me,
got people getting married to objects,
Sodom
yeah,
and
to things,
that's how
to
you explain it.
themselves.
huh?
Oh, you cut out a little bit,
I
Dana.
said
What
it's
you say?
Sodom and Gomorrah. That's how you explain it.
Uh,
I agree. But
I
again,
said it's Sodom and Gomorrah. That's how you explain it, right?
uh,
yeah, and I agree. But again, like I said, people don't even some billion people that don't know who that is.
uh,
So how can you explain that to somebody that don't know who that is?
yeah.
Don't
That,
believe in that. Don't recognize that. We've gotten to that point in life where people just don't believe in God no more. You got your select few, you got your select few, but then you have a lot of them out there that just don't believe in God, so they don't put those vows necessarily in for God. They just doing it for themselves. You know. I mean,
Hey,
I know, friend. I know.
yeah.
I know.
Definitely a touchy subject when you talk about religion and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
But what I have noticed or I have seen is some people do still believe in God, but they've kind of moved away from Christianity, or
Mhm.
they believe in Christianity and God, but it's like a different denomination now, and they believe a little different. Like it's so many denominations now. It's so many different
That's
things
where we
that
messed up. That's
yeah,
where we
and
messed up. Too many
I just feel
denominations.
like at the end of the day, if whatever you believe in is pushing you to spread as much love as possible and
Hmm.
be as understanding as possible and not spread hate and all that type of stuff, then I don't care what you believe, man. As long
Hmm.
as at the end of the day, this is
just
what
feel
your
like
your
you
end goal
shouldn't.
is.
Don't pick and choose what it is you want to use out of the Bible. Period. Don't
I,
do that.
I
Don't
agree.
pick the vows out of the Bible when you know you better go and do everything that's against what God said. Period. Don't pick and choose. Don't even put them in it. Create your own vow.
Yeah.
I want to marry a butterfly, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just create your own. Don't even put God in it. That's where I get kind of offended at
Yeah.
where gay people want to read out of the Bible these vows that God created for man and woman. It irritates me or whatever, or people know they about to go and live a life that God didn't create, that God didn't intend, excuse me, for
Hmm.
man and woman. Don't even put God in it. Don't even
Right.
put them in it. That's just
Right.
how I feel. Don't put them in it. Don't use nothing out the Bible. If you gonna be for Baphomet or the Satan or whoever the hell you think the boogeyman is, then you read from what the hell he said. You read
Mhm.
that, and you gonna be living for that because God don't want nothing lukewarm. He said you rather be hot or cold. Be hot. Don't be lukewarm. Don't be picking and choosing what it is that you want to use or whatever. Don't even include the Bible.
Yeah.
Be all
I,
the way hot. He
I
all the
feel
way
like it.
cold. That's all I'm
I feel
saying.
like if that's the approach, then you have to apply that to every aspect of your life. People want to apply that when it comes to marriage or different stuff like that, but then you want to exclude other parts of the Bible that say "come as you are," that says "love thy neighbor," no matter who it is. So it that's why I don't really discuss
Right.
religion, because I can tell you right now, I was raised in a church like almost all of us black people were. You know what I mean? And I've literally read the Bible from cover to cover. I've literally read
With
the
a
Bible
carnal
from
eye or with your
co-
religious
co-
eye?
what cover to cover when I was deep in the church like
Okay.
that and all that type of stuff. And I see how people, how man, I should say, use the Bible and interpret a certain way to try to push their points and their point of views. And a lot of times when they do that, it pushes people away from God, if you ask me. And people say, well, you shouldn't let nobody push you away from God. You should have your own relationship and stuff with God and all this stuff. Which then goes back to the point. If I'm reading this and I'm saying I interpret it and a certain way, and then you're coming and telling me this, and you're one of our quote unquote spiritual leaders or leader of the church and stuff like that. Now I'm being judged because I see this a little different, or I'm questioning you on certain type of things. This is why I don't really
Still
discuss
judged. You're
religion.
not
Yeah,
being judged.
yeah. That's why I don't discuss religion really deeply like that, because I feel like however you interpret the Bible and it worked for you at the end of the day, if you spreading love and you
Yeah,
doing this type
whatever
of
keeps
stuff,
you on
then
the
go
straight
with
and
it.
narrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever keeps you on the straight and narrow, go with that. My thing is don't pick and choose out the Bible what you want to use for your life. If you're gonna
Yeah.
be on the other team, be on the other team. Don't use anything from the Bible if you know you about to go and live a gay marriage and something that God didn't intend for.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Don't don't
I
don't do it. Use
I
your
feel you there.
different Bible.
I
She
feel
said
Period.
you.
use a different
I
Bible.
feel you there. I feel you in the sense that,
I'm
hey,
just
if you're gonna
saying, it's
believe,
so many.
yeah, yeah, if you're gonna believe this way, then believe
They
this
got a
way.
gay Bible.
Don't pick and choose how you believe. I get you there. But if that's the case, then people have to govern their whole entire life like that. Don't pick and choose when you want to
Exactly.
abide by the Bible if you're not doing it
Right.
full circle. And I know so
Right.
many people
Right.
that do it. And I'm like, well, if we being technical, then you sinning. You going against everything that you telling this person by just doing
Everybody
this.
sins.
Exactly.
Everybody
Everybody
sins.
sins. And no other sin is
Yes.
greater than the next, right? So then that's why that be my stance on the
Exactly.
whole
No, sir.
gay
Absolutely
marriage and
not.
all of that stuff. I'm like, hey, if that's what worked for you, that's what good for you. Long as you ain't trying to push your belief on somebody else or tell us we wrong because we want a heterosexual marriage and you want a gay marriage, and I'm fine. Be gay, be happy, be you. I got gay friends, I got straight friends, I got curious friends, I got all of them. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Ditto.
And I love them
Me
the same.
too. Me
And what
too.
they do with their life
Ditto.
is what they do with their life.
Right.
As long as
Exactly.
they not bring
Exactly.
that shit to me, I'm good.
Period.
Yeah.
Love you like God love you. But if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you what God love, and that's always gonna be the truth.
Hmm.
Period. But I love you the
So
same.
Hmm. Well, that Christianity topics like that alone, that it can become touchy because
very,
it's because of everybody's beliefs. Everybody has their own beliefs. That's why it is, like I mentioned earlier, that's why it's so many denominations, because people pick and choose what they want to go by in the Bible. And the Bible simply states, lean not to your own understanding. Lean not to your own understanding. So, but we'll talk about that another time, because I feel like that would be a great discussion along with politics. But I appreciate
Yeah, we
everybody
can't do
sitting in
both of
with
them
us
in the
all
same
tonight.
setting.
Huh?
Can't do
So-
that in the same setting.
oh no, we won't do it in the same setting. No, of course not. Ooh, child, that would be, we'd set this phone on fire. But but I, just things to look forward to. We will get more into, deep discussions like that are sensitive, that may cause somebody else to get, a little riled up. But that's what straight to the point is all about.
yep.
So Don't
No,
be scared. Be
no.
ready. You know what I'm saying? Be ready. So, but once again, we're going to go ahead and hop off of here. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Glenn, for sitting in with me tonight. It's been fun. It was a great topic. Thank you all for your 2 cents in a bucket. No, I'm playing. And thank everybody for tuning in with us on tonight. And feel free to comment on what we talked about on tonight. And we hope to see you guys on next week with 2 more good topics. And hopefully Miss Giselle will be sitting in with us on next week. All right. So God bless each and every one of you. You all be safe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye,
All
y'all.
right. See you girls later.
All right.
See you.